Do you notice how we're all secretly terrified of doing the things we actually care about? Like, the more we want something, the more we freeze up when it's time to take action? It's weird. It's annoying. I think it all boils down to two big fears. One, imaginary pain. We don't just think about what could go wrong, we feel it in advance. Like, before we even take the first step, our brain plays a highlight reel of our worst-case scenarios, but with extra pain added for dramatic effect. You might want to start a business. Your brain hands you a vivid scene where you're bankrupt, jobless, and explaining to your cat why you can't afford kibble anymore. Want to confess your feelings to someone? Oh, don't worry. Your brain's got you covered. It flashes an imaginary scene where they laugh, call their friends, and now you're a meme on the internet. We don't just predict failure. We pre-suffer for it. Which is ridiculous because half the time, those bad things don't even happen. But our brain, it doesn't care. It's like a bad sci-fi director who only makes disaster movies. 2. We don't want to be seen. Failing. We can just barely tolerate the idea of failing in private. But in public, where people can witness it, absolutely not. We don't want our friends, family, or even random people we don't like to see us fail. Because somehow, the idea of embarrassing ourselves in front of that one person from high school we never even talked to feels unbearable. Why? Because deep down, we're all secretly convinced that people are watching our every move. Like everyone's waiting, popcorn in hand, just to see us mess up. But they don't care. Nobody cares as much as we think they do. Everyone else is too busy worrying about their own fears, their own imaginary pain, their own embarrassing moments. So what's the takeaway here? Well, fear is always going to show up, but it's also kind of full of it. Because most of the time, the pain we imagine isn't real. The people we're afraid of don't actually care. And the failure we're terrified of, it's just a step in the process. Remember that you must act despite the fear.